What's up, guys? I'm Scott Goshorn, and I'm in downtown LA. This is episode 2 of Around the Corner.
My best life. I'm McGee. Best life. I'm Bentley. My best life. Best life. Best life. Best life.
Guys, I'm very excited for today. I'm in downtown LA. Two friends, great clients of mine, Daniela Means and John Bond, have gone on their own. They've opened up their own gym, hybrid gym in downtown Los Angeles. When I first met them, they were working at another personal training gym. John was one of the lead trainers in the world for this gym, and Danny was the general manager. So they decided, let's do our own thing. They broke off, they made hybrid gym, and it just opened, had a lot of trials and tribulations with COVID, so I'm very excited to learn their story and look at this gym. Looks pretty amazing at first glance, but let's go inside and take a look.
Baby girl love my bop and unlike me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you.
So John,
Yes.
hybrid, let's talk about this. So you opened what, 3-4 months ago?
4 months ago now, so we opened on, I think, the 3rd of August. So this is coming up to the end of our fourth month.
So place looks effing amazing.
Thank you.
How long did it take to build out?
A long time. Our original opening date was October 2020, and we ended up opening in August 2021. So quite a few delays due to the pandemic, but we're open now, we're good to go, so yeah.
You came from another company where I met you guys, right? You were like one of the global trainers, right?
Yeah.
One of the main dudes, and Danny was a GM, and you guys just said, let's do our thing. So let's talk about, how did hybrid form?
Our Hong Kong gym's been open 3 years now, so the idea came about a year or so before that. So when I was back in Hong Kong, my now business partner Dean Stallard and I, we were talking. He was one of my clients, and we were chatting away about gyms and, you know, if you were to do a gym, what kind of gym would you do? And you know, just gym talk. These conversations happen quite a lot, so we were discussing what kind of gym. We had an original idea for a mixed martial arts, personal training style gym. We ran some numbers on that, and it didn't kind of quite pan out. And I'm one of them have these conversations until it becomes kind of real. And then I got a phone call from Dean one day saying another friend of ours was interested in investing and putting a gym together. We all got our heads together in the end, and that's where we created Hybrid. So they asked me to get involved and be a big part of the ownership of Hybrid MMA and Fitness, which started in Hong Kong. We now have 2 gyms there.
Nice.
And now we have a hybrid gym LA.
Got your USA boots on the ground.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
how's the journey been?
It's been good. I mean, it's like I say, I think everyone, I don't want to bring COVID into every single conversation, but for gyms, the last 18 months has been
brutal.
tough. Yeah, a lot of outdoor training, a lot of delays, a lot of gym open, gym closed in all the countries. So Hong Kong had it, bad as well. We were open 1 minute, closed the next. It was an opportunity to really focus on what we offer. The first shutdown was really impressive with what the team did outside, especially in Hong Kong. Hong Kong's like full of hills. And I was watching videos of the team carrying weights down to the local parks and training all our clients out there. So it was really motivating to see the effort that the team put in. People could have just sat back and done nothing and gone, hey, the gym's shut, we're not working. But everyone pulled together and did a load of work outside. So there was a lot of positives that came out because of it, to a certain degree, with a lot of things that we learned as a business, but kind of also glad a lot of that's hopefully, fingers crossed, behind us, and no more shutdowns and no more
well, I mean,
effects.
it's best time. We're in holiday season right now. I don't want to date the show, but it's where we are. But the good news is you got January coming around the corner, right?
Yeah.
So January means, for people like myself, I was down to 9% because of these guys, right, in my old place. So, and yeah, I know I'm not 9% right now, so we'll get there. But we'll be joining up here for the new year to check it out. But it's going to be a good time, right?
It's exciting. Look, the new year is always a good time for the fitness industry. And look, it's a cliche, New Year's resolutions and all those sort of things, but anything, whatever it takes to get people to exercise and take a little bit more care of their health is a good thing in my opinion. So, we have a big push in the new year to get people into it, and then hopefully, create a lifestyle. It's not about just doing it for a few months in the new year, and fighting off the Christmas weight. It's about changing your lifestyle
of course.
Doing it for good, hopefully.
100%. All right, so Danny has joined us from running the ship for a little bit. GM probably, would you say?
General manager,
Yeah,
yep.
all right. So before we get into the concept, what the hybrid's all about, let's talk about you two. You know, where'd you guys meet? How'd you meet? Was it at the deadlift rack, or
Yeah, just
some
Close.
squat,
Close.
some squat thruster? Just getting.
Yeah, he was doing some good squats. No, so we met in 2015 in Hong Kong, actually. John tried adding me on Facebook.
Nice.
And of course, as a respectable young woman, I said, I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. And he took that to me. Apparently, that was me sliding into his DMs.
You responded, right?
Yeah, that is optimism. Yeah.
So then we ended up meeting for coffee. We had a couple of workouts together, and then we just kind of hit it off from there. Yeah, he started coaching me a little. I was doing a little bit of CrossFit at the time. I wanted to get into powerlifting. I was a rugby player, but then he started coaching me, correcting my form, and then we competed in my first powerlifting meet together. Set some national records, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
We haven't stopped.
Speaking of that, so it's kind of fun your journey. Like you posted something, and we just had something recently, right?
Yeah, so I just competed in the IPL World Championships, and we placed second. So
we did.
We
Yeah,
did.
it's good. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's really
We
good.
did. We placed second.
We placed second. I like saying, it's a we thing.
No, I was including myself too. We, team,
did.
support. No, that's awesome. Seriously, so cool. But I saw you post like your journey from 15, 16 and up. Like
It's kinda crazy,
seeing that,
yeah.
like throwing some pretty sick weights, pretty amazing. Congratulations, that's
Thank
freaking
you.
cool. So let's talk about this place. So how did the concept start? So when I first met you, was it you're running another show, right? You're saying John's in Hong Kong, and he's running a gym out there, and we're just kind of thinking about it, maybe bringing it here and the concept, and all of a sudden like, hey, I think we're building a gym in downtown LA,
We move fast. So I moved out to Los Angeles in 2018. It was my first time living in the United States. John was in Hong Kong setting up hybrid there, and he moved out to LA about a year later, and that's when I decided to join hybrid as well, and we started kind of talking about building our own gym here, and the rest is kind of history.
So what kind of clients are coming in? Who's like, what's the common denominator for people? Is there mixed downtown LA?
We get quite a mixture of people. I would say that, we're for anyone and everyone when we try to be. Don't get me wrong, there is kind of a budget consideration, but that's kind of why we also like offering kind of small group classes as well, so that it kind of opens us up to more people.
It's important, right?
But
you get the entry level.
Yeah, exactly. But otherwise, we're very, very much aimed at, finance people, at artists, at, the stay-at-home mom, at, whoever, just because, health is for everyone.
Yeah.
I think everyone wants to be the fittest, healthiest, the leanest, maybe, that they can be. And that's kind of why we built hybrid, just so that everyone can better themselves with the right support, mindset, and guidance.
The talent you guys have training the people is what I
Yeah.
think helps separate.
I think that part to me is really, really important. I don't like people, personal training isn't cheap. It's a luxury for most people, and I want to make sure that most people get value for money.
Yeah.
We're not just in the habit of swapping a bit of time for money. It's kind of like we want to service everybody that kind of comes.
Well, let's get into this. One for me, especially being entrepreneurs, like it's a sacrifice. I mean, seriously, let's think about it. Like the journey you guys have been on for the last couple of years, not easy, right? Stressful, you know what I mean? It's like, so what is your why? What got you like, let's do this? Like what got you to look at each other and say, let's effing do this in California?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
I think for both of us, it's probably a little
just
different.
Love it. Oh, I love it. I love the environment. I'm a competitive person by nature. I just always have been, and I love seeing that come out in people when people start seeing
Results.
progress.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it's their
That first top ab.
Exactly. Or they're stronger. I think for me, especially, as a woman in the industry, you don't get a lot of female coaches. You don't get a lot of female trainers. So when you see other women in the gym starting to make progress when they start getting that little bit stronger, or they start walking around the gym a little bit differently. They start carrying themselves a little bit
swagger.
They got a little strut. They got a little spring in their step. I just think that's awesome, and that brings me so much joy. And yeah, I think I'm biased.
No, I think for me it's kind of very similar. I grew up in gyms. I've always been obsessed with gyms. So as far as the fitness industry as a whole, there's so many areas you can go down. You know, I always wanted my own gym because I was always obsessed with other famous gyms and people and the stories behind the gym. And you know, there's just so much history to gyms. Yeah. You know, there's personal trainers out there, but gyms have history. And for me, it's created, first of all, it's created a lifestyle. It's created a career. It's created, I don't know, countless amazing friends and people that I've come into contact with. So it becomes a social scene, an environment, you know, it's kept me sane. There's so much more to it, I believe, than just the training, just the nutrition, how you look. These are all byproducts of creating an environment for people that people feel safe in, they feel happy in, they want to come to. You know, I want people to come to this gym because they want to be here. You know, not because they're kind of forced to be here, or that yes, they're chasing results and things like that, but you know, the environment for me is crucial. And I want people to want to be here. You know, I've got to go to that gym because the trainer's there and the environment and the music even, you know, whatever's going on, there's just a thing that makes you want to go to that
Which
gym.
is super important because look, working art, when you're getting after it, it sucks, right? It's hard, you're grinding, but you want to, like, if I want to go somewhere and grind and you know, work my ass off, I want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? As much as you can, because there's going to be the pain, but it's like the people coming in, seeing faces, the community, and just that. You're exactly nailing it.
It's
like,
huge.
I think that turns instead of going place that you dread going, and you have to, and it's going to suck. Like not the double.
Can become like almost like a clinic now. You know, you go in and it's all about the result and all these things are there, but it's kind of. There's just so much more to a gym. For me, the gym's home. It was a second home for a lot of people. So when they go there, they've got to be getting a little bit more out of it than just the training. You know, anyone can buy a load of equipment and create a gym, as far as footballs and gym equipment. But to really create a gym takes an awful lot more than just buying equipment and, you know, some mirrors and all the other stuff, as far as I'm concerned anyway. So the hard work really started after. The hard work really starts after you've kitted the place out. Like, I love out creating the vibe and the look, even that had a feel to me of how I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a little bit old school, hardcore kind of. I want people to walk in and want to train, but at the same time I wanted high-end, you know, expensive equipment that people are going to appreciate. But yeah, and this bit's the easy bit, you know, creating the vibe and creating the community and stuff is kind of the hard bit, but that's the bit we kind of love as well, so, you know.
Well, speaking of kitting it out, let's go take a look and see what you got around here. All right, so we're in the boxing right now, which is fun. I'm gonna give Jon about 60 good seconds, probably I got right now here a little later. But beautiful design. I mean, this place pretty phenomenal. Now, what all services do you have? So obviously you're boxing classes. So give us a lowdown of what people could have potential to be doing in here if they want to come down.
So we offer small group boxing classes throughout the week. So we do a morning class, lunchtime, and evening class. But it's capped at 6 to 8 people just because we like keeping things pretty intimate. We want to make sure that, you know, even our boxing class clients are getting coaching. What we find that in a lot of, I guess, boxing gyms around Los Angeles, there tend to be quite big groups, but we wanted to make sure that we were paying respect to the sport and making sure that people are learning proper footwork, proper head movement, and just executing that, you know, jab, cross, hook, or whatever with, you know, precision and proper execution. We also do kickboxing and Muay Thai classes, which will be starting in December.
Nice.
Yeah, which is really exciting. It's gonna get lethal in here. But we also offer some recovery protocols. That's something that we found was really being overlooked in the industry. So we actually have a sports massage therapist on board. So clients can go ahead and get a deep tissue, sports massage, Swedish massage after their sessions. We also offer red light therapy, which is great for inflammation.
Turn on the red light.
Yep, exactly, nailed it. That was good. Helping with regulating your sleep. That's something that I feel a lot of people have been struggling with, just in terms of going to bed at night or just staying asleep. So red light therapy really helps with that, as well as your skin health. And considering your skin is the biggest organ in your body, it's something that gets overlooked.
We should look after.
And we also have Normatec compression. Which
Old
is,
Norma got me through many an Ironman race.
fantastic.
Oh,
So-
she's a good girl, Norma.
That stuff's good.
No,
For
man.
anyone that doesn't know, Normatec compression is actually used by the NBA, NFL, NHL. It's used by all the professional athletic teams for performance as well as for recovery. So just these pants that you put on, and it just helps flush out that lactic acid. We also have the hip attachments and the arm attachments, so it's really good stuff.
I gotta see the arm attachments. I've done all the legs from just the training,
He
so.
literally falls asleep in them.
Oh man, it feels that.
So good.
I think it's also because he can't get at his phone while he's wrapped up.
It's like big swimmies, walking around.
Exactly.
So I think you touched on a really good point, because I think everyone's focusing more, like I'm wearing a Whoop right now, which I love, but it's all about, it's more like how fast can you recover. It's not like the hard workouts, but how fast can you recover, and are you taking the proper time from the hard workouts you're putting out. So you touched on a great point, like all the top signs, they're focusing on how well you sleep and how well you recover from all the hard work, because that's seemingly to get you faster down the pipe of where you want to go, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's also why we have our own line of supplements as well that we feel strongly about recommending, just because we know what's in it, it's clean. But, having stuff like, having a post-workout protein shake that, whether that's whey, whether that's beef protein, whether that's pea protein, but also having magnesium at night just to help calm your central nervous system down and get that deeper quality sleep. So we offer all of that here at Hybrid.
You guys are killing it, Beautiful space. I'm so glad you're open, so glad to finally see it.
I know, right?
And then so what I'm gonna do after New Year's, I'm gonna come back here and probably start of February. In 60 days, come down here. It's a little dry for me, but I wanna come down and train with you guys.
That'd be
passionate
cool,
I am
be
to
cool.
work with you guys, be in this gym. So I'm gonna grind it out and do it. We're gonna do some before and after results. And I'm just very excited to share that, so we'll do that down the pipe. But I just want to thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you.
Speaking of time, I'm gonna give Jon about 60 good seconds and maybe a little shell defense, something like that. Get after him a little bit. But
go for it.
I really appreciate your time. I'm so excited for you guys. Just good friends. I've just been following this journey. I wish you nothing but success. And you guys got to come down and check this place out. It's beautiful, and you're gonna get fit. I mean, go to the site, check out the results of the people who just already been through the program. Like, if you follow what they tell you to do, you will be ripped in the best shape of your life. I can promise you that if you follow them. It's no BS. It is not. It's like legit. You will get in great shape. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Check out Hybrid. It's amazing. And let's do a little dance.
Yeah, let's do some do some boxing.
Baby girl love my bob and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you. Baby girl love my bob and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so why I need you. Big flex, my swole, double cup and I'm pulled.
Jon, thank you. That was good. Be better in shape a little later. This concludes the tour. Hybrid Gym, downtown Los Angeles. So grateful to meet these guys for years back and watch your journey, see what we're doing here. Episode 2 off. I'm Scott Gosher, around the corner.
I'm trampling fears. I love the man in the mirror. Cry me a river to stand in the tears. You better stand in the clear. I'm going crazy.